Hey guys, it's time for another cool story. And for all my grandbabies, grandkids, grand lovelies, I love you guys. Anyway, this one is called SnowMan. SnowMan. It was obvious that the big gray horse entering the center ring was not a thoroughbred. But as the spotlight followed him, there was a moment of hushed silence. Accompanied by a young man, his wife, and their 5 small children, the steed at last turned to face the crowd. That's when it happened. First, distant ripples of applause, then 13,000 spectators standing and cheering. This was Madison Square Garden, November 1959, the National Horse Show. And if the big gray horse in the center ring was an unlikely champion, there was a reason for it. Harry de Laer. Raised on a Netherlands farm, he married his childhood sweetheart, and together they crossed the Atlantic Ocean, sought a new home in America. With only $160 between them, Harry and his new bride first tried tobacco farming in North Carolina. Then they worked on a horse farm in Pennsylvania. Harry particularly loved horses. Finally, he landed the job of riding master at the Knox School for Girls on Long Island. And that's where their story begins. It was a wintry Tuesday in February when Harry returned from the horse auction. The entire de Laer family came out to greet him to see what Harry had chosen for the riding stables. When the van door opened, out came a mammoth, gray-white horse. Slowly, he descended the ramp, stood silent, ankle deep in freshly fallen snow. One of the children tagged at the mother's woolen coat and said, "He looks just like a snowman." SnowMan. It was the perfect name. But the great gray horse just stood quietly, blinking in the bright winter sun, as though Harry and he shared some secret that made all the difference in the world. SnowMan was trained well that season, and he was a good riding horse. But when the school closed for the summer, a neighbor offered to buy him, offered to pay twice what Harry had paid. Reluctantly, Harry acquiesced. After all, he was in the horse business, and he couldn't allow sentiment to enter into it. As the days passed, Harry began to regret this sale, and apparently so did SnowMan. That was when the gray gelding's hidden talent showed up, along with the horse himself. The neighbors' fences were high, very high, but somehow SnowMan escaped again and again, jumping the neighbor's fence to be reunited with the master, with the family that he loved. One day, the reunion became permanent. Harry bought back the horse, and the rest is in the record books. Winner at the Sands Point Horse Show in Long Island. Winner at the Fairfield Horse Show in Lakeville. More and more championships and important shows until the ultimate dream, the National at Madison Square Gardens. SnowMan would be Horse of the Year 2 years running, but not because he ran. SnowMan was a jumper, but not because he ran, because he was a jumper. And no one would have known were it not for the neighbor's fence that separated a grateful animal from the master who missed him. And SnowMan had reason to be grateful. You see, Harry arrived late at the auction that first day they'd met. The best horses had long been sold. Harry and his horse shared a common destiny, and they shared a secret also, a secret that Harry had first somehow recognized through bony ribs and matted mane and sore, scarred legs. For that great gray gelding that became the indomitable SnowMan had been rescued that day from the only other bidder who had intended him for the glue factory. That's where they take the horses to a factory and make glue out of them. So he rescued the horse from being killed, and he became a national champion. And that, my lovelies, is the rest of the story. Bye-bye.